Now that we've had the chance to look at some of the reasons why we may not be as open to peer feedback as we could be, let's look at the flip side. What are some of the pluses of peer feedback, and how do we go about getting feedback that is useful? First of all, no one appreciates being given unsolicited advice. So let's be clear. I'm talking about receiving feedback that we ask for. When you ask for someone's feedback, it's important to be clear about exactly what feedback you're asking for, because depending on the relationship dynamic, the person may be reluctant to share their feedback. In fact, in my research, the literature I came across on peer feedback showed that in a classroom context, fellow students are less likely to give honest feedback because they don't want to hurt their classmates' feelings. Fellow students are said to be less tough in their evaluations of their peers. Something else I found in my own research was that students preferred to give feedback anonymously. So as long as the person they were critiquing didn't know it was them doing the critiquing, they were okay giving their feedback. Either way, they were open to receiving feedback as long as it was helpful. Being told how good you are at something is always nice, but it may not be helpful. Instead, helpful feedback will include suggestions for improvement. One barrier to assessment is knowing how to assess someone's work. How do you know if something is good or not? In a school context, students are given a rubric to identify how to produce a quality product and to guide them. In a real-world context, we often go with our gut. What does our initial reaction tell us about the quality or the content of what we're critiquing? In the case of this course, whether you've joined a pre-recorded or a live class, I will encourage you to ask for peer feedback and suggestions for improvement, specifically about clarity of content, video quality, presentation skills, and any distractions that you may have not noticed in your video. You'll want to use the peer feedback to your advantage in order to refine your presentation and help you to produce a quality video resume that will set you up for success. Let's take another look at the image I showed in week 2 about our comfort zone. When we talk about peer feedback, we're often talking about fear. And like it shows in this fear zone in the picture here, we're affected by others' opinions, and we may lack self-confidence, resulting in us finding excuses not to do something, like asking for feedback. But what's on the other side of this fear zone? We deal with challenges and problems, acquire new skills, and ultimately extend our comfort zone. And when we look at the purpose of this course, it's not only to help you acquire the skills to produce a usable video resume, it is also meant to help you develop confidence with video communication skills to prepare you for video interviews. So let's dive deeper into the benefits of peer assessment and giving feedback.